What is good, bro? In this video, I'm gonna be telling you why developing your social skills is an absolute necessity. And I'm also gonna teach you a really cool trick on how to do this, especially if you're someone who has anxiety, is a bit more shy like I was. This is really gonna help you make it a lot more fun and easy to start breaking into that social realm and start getting some of those things you want. So, why do you need social skills in the first place? Well, first of all, I mean, if you want a hot girlfriend, if you want a solid network of guys who are on self-improvement, doing things with their life, having social skills is an absolute necessity. You're not going to get those things without it. So, as there's many different realms of self-improvement like fitness, mindset stuff, business, and money, all those things are extremely important. But that's just one area, and that's something that you need to develop on your own so that you can come to the world and interact with a level of competency and confidence, right? So that's the things you need to do on the back end, the things that nobody really sees. And when you present yourself to the world, you need to have good social skills because we've all heard it before. Like the fat, ugly guy who has just money is not going to get girls the same way someone who is, more social but has less, say money or, has a good physique. Everyone knows these things, right? So you need to develop, in all realms. I completely disregarded working on the social aspect of things. I didn't think that was as important when I was younger, like in high school, for example. I was really just working on fitness and some mindset things, and I completely disregarded that without realizing how truly important it is. Because all the things you want are gonna be in that social realm. If you want a hot girlfriend, that good network, that's gonna come from you actually going out and interacting with the world. And people are gonna respond really well once you actually have some accomplishments and accolades to go behind yourself, right? Like you have that good physique, you have a business, you're someone who's good at sales, whatever it is. Now you're interacting with the world from a different standpoint instead of just coming with nothing to bring to the table. So that's why the self improvement on the back end is important, but it's also extremely important that you know how to interact with the world and get some of those things you want and present yourself in the right way. So I hope that all makes sense. Now I'm going to tell you my really cool trick that I used about 3 years ago to start getting social. And what that is I just started to gamify being social. So I started, for example, like today I'll go to the gym and I'll just talk to one person. For me, I was like, when I was younger, I was really scared to talk to girls. So that was where I found the most growth. Like I could definitely talk to guys. Once again, it wasn't like the most comfortable thing, but I was able to do it and I could make friends like decently well, but not the same level that I can now. So what I would do is I would just, like I said, make it a challenge. So if you go, say, to the gym, just talk to one person. It can even be an older person. It doesn't even have to be someone your age, because that might be a little bit less intimidating. You can progressively overload this the same way you would in the gym with, barbell bench. You don't start with 315. You start, maybe with the bar, and then you go to 135 and then 225, right? So if you feel more comfortable talking to someone who's a bit older, start there and then kind of work your way up to, maybe now there's just a cool guy who you want to talk to and try and be friends with. And then eventually you talk to that girl. But, I would really try and recommend going for those things that intimidate you the most because that's where the most growth comes from. So when I was doing a lot of cold approaches, talking to new people, I always just went for the hottest girls. Like it was always where I felt, a little bit scared in the start. And that's where I quickly realized that these hot girls, they actually don't get approached that much. 99% of them are really cool and they're fun to talk to and they're not going to freak out or do anything crazy. And that interaction's most likely going to go really well for you, especially like I was saying, if you have all those other things going for you, you're someone who has a good physique, you have some money in business going, or you have like a sales career and you're successful in some sort of realm. And like I said, other things, you got good mindset, positive, all these things are really going to help you. And then once you bring that to the table and you start, or you have that to bring to the table, and now you start interacting with people, you're going to get a really positive response. So simply just, like I said, gamify it. Anywhere you go, make it a challenge. If you're going to a bar or a club, maybe put that number higher. Be like, I'll talk to 5 girls tonight, or I'll try and meet 5 cool guys who I could potentially, network with and be business partners or whatever it is that you're trying to do, who have some sort of sales relationship, network, whatever it is that your business is in whatever niche you're in, industry, whatever seems appropriate to your goals. But at the same time, you can also just try and make friends and things like that. But just setting like some sort of goal and letting the win be if you actually accomplish that thing. So it doesn't matter if you go home with a girl tonight or if any of those people actually turn out to be a business partner or a friend or someone that you network with, but the win is simply just going out and talking to those, 5 girls or 5 potential new friends, things like that, right? So you don't put too much pressure on it. It's kind of the law of detachment. Like, you detach from the outcome of that situation and you allow the effort and actually doing it to be the win. That's the biggest thing that I, realized, and that really allowed me to have success and start having fun with it and not making a big deal out of it. And you're going to have so much confidence once you start stacking up these small wins, because that's really what it's all about, is, starting to stack up these small wins. Because if you're like, I'm going to approach a girl tonight and she's going to be my girlfriend, and you set these extremely high expectations and then they don't come true, you're going to be a little bit let down. But if you're like, the goal tonight is just to talk to 3 girls, and you talk to those 3 girls or even more, you're going to be so proud of yourself. And no matter what the outcome of that situation was, you're just going to walk away a winner. And that's really what's going to kind of get you on this positive momentum and really start stacking up those wins, building that confidence. And then all those things will come in time. If you want that girlfriend, if you want that network and those business partners, it will all come. But you just simply allow the actions and steps that you can take day in and day out to actually be the reward of your efforts. So I hope this helps, and I hope you can start getting social and, really interacting with the world, getting some positive experiences. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.